Oh, it's emotional. It's very.
Katherine Griffith Williams gets choked up while reliving the tough time she went through with her 3 children.
You feel hopeless. You feel like you don't have nothing. Like, it's in a way you feel like you're disappointing your kids.
Her family's living situation was suddenly upended.
Well, I was living with my mom, and me and my mom had I would say, a tumultuous relationship, and she eventually kicked us out.
Katherine and her kids had nowhere to go.
So I was living in my car with my kids where I was working at the hospital. I would just stay there.
She worked hard, but her income couldn't keep up with everyday expenses.
As a single mom with one income, you can't survive off of that. It was a lot of tears. It was a lot of high anxiety.
A type of anxiety David Fennell and his wife Intisar Banks are all too familiar with.
We was homeless, living in our car.
The couple recently moved to Florida with their daughter Angel after finding their dream rental home online. They sent in first and last month's rent and a security deposit.
It was over $5,000 we could be sent to them.
But this family's dream turned into a nightmare. There was no house.
We was really hurt. We were scammed.
Left broke and homeless, the stress tore the family apart.
At one point, we was about to split, It got to the
Yeah,
point.
we almost separated from this.
2 families on 2 different paths that both led to homelessness.
That was a horrible situation in the street. We never been through anything like that.
It was definitely hard navigating not having no support at all.
It's a struggle that's becoming a reality for more and more families.
We had one day last week, 9 families showed up at our agency. It's overwhelming.
Family Promise helps its clients with rental assistance and other housing and financial programs to get them back on their feet.
It's the right recipe for success. Our families, 95% of them are staying housed for up to 2 years. We've got over 90% that are leaving to positive housing destinations.
In 2023, it assisted close to 300 families with housing and other needs.
I know the services that we have here, and I see the amazing work and the accomplishments of the families.
Case manager Pamela Pinder sees firsthand just how life-changing Family Promise can be for those in need. She helped Katherine and her kids get into Family Promise's shelter program, then watched the young mother work hard to get out of it and into a 3-bedroom apartment. Katherine, who's now working for a nonprofit and going to school to become a social worker, says Family Promise gave her the support and motivation she needed to rebuild her life.
It was for you to be able to keep going and to keep having a plan and to work towards your goals. It's for you to keep the momentum up.
She knew that she had the drive that it took to overcome her challenges and what she was going through.
Pamela also got Intisar, David, and Angel into a shelter, together as a family. And as a family, they too got out of the shelter and into a home.
They were willing to do whatever it took to succeed. Every resource, every suggestion that was provided to them, they acted on it. Within days of being at the shelter, they both secured full-time employment, and they never stopped. They continued until they met their goals.
Family Promise, it was a promise that they made to my family, and I'm sorry. And they looked out for us when nobody else would, and I appreciate that. And I love them. I love it. I love Family Promise.